I got no video for all this for Rich Reporter season 1, episode 10. Let's get into it. So, they had their final dates. Nobody gave a fuck. It all went well. Hunky dory, kumbaya. In the end, Kurt ended up dubbing Carolyn, which, of course, you guys should have known that just like I knew. It was just too much for him and a lot of unanswered questions. And I know what you're thinking. Well, it was a lot of unanswered questions for Kyla, and Steven ended up choosing him, but we'll get to that. But when it comes to Carolyn, I just felt like I just felt like it wasn't there how it was for Amanda and Kurt. They could have fun talking and doing anything, but when it came to Carolyn, she just didn't really give him any reassurance about any of his concerns and just said, oh, it's fear, it's fear, it's fear. Not only that, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't be confident going into anything that she's going into. That's how I want to preface this next statement. But I feel like when you're overconfident in yourself, things go wrong more times than not. Because even from the first date, she was like, oh, date other women so that you're sure about me, so that you're sure about me. And it's like, wow. And even when he was standing in front of her, like when they were standing in front of each other before he chose, she was like, oh, I can't wait for you to meet my son. Like, babe, let's get there. You know what I'm saying? Can we get there first before you start saying stuff like this, before you start making statements like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really haven't even made my official decision yet, and you're talking about meeting your son and meeting your ex-fiance and shit. It's a lot. You know, you're 6 steps ahead, and crazy part is I ain't even going in that direction. So yeah, he ends up with Amanda, and then he told Amanda he wasn't rich, and Martin was like, take a second, which like to me kind of defeats the purpose, because we need to see your initial reaction to finding out that nigga's not the millionaire, which don't get me wrong, I trust Amanda, but her initial reaction kind of threw me for a loop, because you know her face was like doing something weird, as if she like kind of cared about it. And then like after her moment to herself, she came back and she was like, I don't really give a fuck about the money. And I was like, okay, whatever. But like I said, hunky dory, kumbaya, wish him the best. Now moving on to Steven. Steven ended up dubbing Annie and getting Kala. And I know what you guys are thinking, well, like Kala had a lot of unanswered questions, but this just goes to show you can never, I don't want to say you can never be fully invested, but you can never 100% give yourself away. Kala was a mystery majority of the time, and she ended up getting chosen in the end. Why? Because people want the chase. They want it badly, and this is proof. Annie was like Carolyn, not in the aspect that she was overconfident, but in the aspect that she was all in on Steven from day one. And that's what she wanted from the beginning. All her chips were in his basket. All her eggs were in his basket. All the ducks were lined up. It was all for Steven. So she didn't give that man nothing to chase, nothing to worry about, nothing to question. And Kyla did. Even at their big age, they like to chase, they like the mystery. They like to play Scooby-Doo. They like to play Inspector Gadget. It is what it is. That's how love and relationship works. It's weird. I can't explain it. Because if you're, whatever, I'm not even going to get into that. Like I said, congratulations, wish them the best. Kumbaya, hunky dory. We finished another show. We got this shit up out of here. Finna do a movie review and jump into the next show. We got to keep the ball rolling. We got to keep working fucking hard. Getting this shit from the fucking ground, nigga. Working it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, props to Kurt. Props to Steven. Props to Martin. Props to all the women. They had the courage to do something that I could never do and will never do. But anyway, that's the end of Joe Millionaire for Rich Reporter. Definitely like, subscribe, catch your friends, Uncle Food.